Hello, chat. Pleasure to see you all. And players, hi. Oh, it's so weird seeing Trisha's like room. Uh, I just looked up like, wait, who's that? Who's wait for? Oh, like process of elimination. Like, neat. That's so cool. That's a cool chair too. Ellie Omega. That's pretty neat. Okay, sorry. ADHD, random, tangential thinking. Uh, but I will be on my best behavior henceforth for the night. Bring up my notes here. Ooh, well, I know it's been a few weeks, so very, very terrible and brief, and not succinct at all. Recap is that everyone was pursuing some more information on this third book, the set of books of Enoch. And while visiting some old friends in the city, professors, so one was in the study there in that house. They were told that there had been a couple of other people asking about it, asking after the book after them. Um, one of which it was discovered that was likely sent by Alienor Sunray, by Ali. Um, and the other group that was asking, two of the three, no idea where they are, but one of those three individuals that had been asking after the book can be found at the Wanderer's Plea, the 100-foot tall forearms and hands that go up into the air like in a prayer. The crew went over there to get some information. And Sinister took lead, and in the only way, that Sinister has been trained to get information. And that's through fear and intimidation. And so there was a bit of a back and forth with, like Breelith and Liazana used some calm emotions after, Sinister had instilled fear in this individual, and there was a lot of difficulty, like other things that have gone on in that person's recent background. So it was difficult to get answers, and I think Breelith used some calm emotions to manage to get squeak out a little bit a location to write down on their map of where that um, can be found, where they were in search of the book. However, after the fear faded, Z was heading back to the ship. Lizan and Brelos with the information were heading back as well. Sinister turned invisible as this individual had called for the guards, who seemed to be friendly with her. Um, Seeming to be an adventurer herself and capable of some magic, she allowed the guards to see invisibility, a few of them, and they caught sight of Sinister, who has begun racing over to the alleyway. Sinister is about a 90-foot lead, and we'll get to that in a minute. I'm gonna do a little opening scene here, hopefully to get us, set into the mood for the night. Okay, and then from there we'll just kind of cover where everyone is and what everyone's up to. All right. The open air is something which everyone in this quadrant of the world is intimately familiar, as all the islands here are floating cities with no ground below. But here on this midsummer day on Atmos Isles, the air is hot and humid and clinging to your skin like a damp blanket. The warmth of this hot summer air fills your lungs with each breath, weighing you down. Down in the market ward, Zia strolls through the harbor master's building and out onto the docks. The gulls that inhabit the island fly about making their terrible caws, diving here and there for bits of food left behind by hurried dock workers. Just arriving in the market ward, Lisanna and Breelith make their way through the busy crowds, a rolled up map tightly clutched under Lisanna's arm. Armed with the information they've received about the distant island called McCullum's Stead, they want to coordinate with the crew as quickly as possible. Their quickened pace has formed beads of sweat on their brows that just don't want to go anywhere with the terrible humidity of the day. They wipe them away and continue on with their singular purpose of returning to their ship, their arcane airship, the Tempest. Back up in the religious ward, things have taken a turn. The person Sinister had interrogated with intimidation and fear has some powers of their own and seems to be on friendly terms with many of the local guards, casting some magic to enable them to see invisibility. The jig is up for Sinister, and things turn desperate as the half a dozen guards set chase after Sinister, who has begun racing toward a nearby alley in hopes of escaping this sticky situation. Will he escape safely? Or will he be seeing the inside of a jail cell? Find out tonight in Extremis. Ape. Nice. So I'm going to put on a little bit of medieval busy city ambience in the background, and I'll just share that in Zoom so our folks have it as well. And viewers, please let me know if that's too loud. The way it passes YouTube music through OBS sometimes is either too loud or too quiet. It's very difficult to just get it right on. Okay. So we kind of have a good idea of where everyone is. Cassius is on the ship currently. Zia, you're nearly there. You're walking down the docks. Ashavar, gosh, Ashavar, where are you? I could not recall where you were. Were you walking with Brelith and Lisanna? Had you stayed on the ship for this part? And if you don't recall, no problem, because it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
I don't remember. Sorry.
Did I miss the last session?
They missed. Yes, you missed. So. Ashafar was missing that session.
Because I'm drawing a blank on a lot of these happenings.
Wait,
so I'm gonna say that just for simplicity that she stayed on the ship.
Okay, neat, very good. Okay, in that case, let's get right into the thick of it here with Sinister.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm using new dice from Reaper, Sophie's lucky dice.
Nice.
So let's see if they're lucky.
Awesome. Well, we're going to be doing a full-on chase scene tonight. That's the sort of mechanic we're going to use to see how Sinister fares and trying to escape. You have basically a 3 movement, 3 turns of regular movement lead. You have 90 feet ahead of this, about 6 guards that are looking to chase you down. However, everyone kind of sets off at a different pace, so I'd like you to roll initiative if you would. I'm going to roll for them.
Right.
It's just going to be, okay. I'm just rolling once for them.
All right, don't fuck me, dice. Ah!
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
What'd you get?
7.
3, because they rolled a natural 1.
Ah!
So... Beautiful. So, gosh, I'm actually not going to cover all the mechanics, only because I don't think Sinister's probably never been like an intense chase like this before, if that's fair to say.
Oh.
So there's a few things. It's a lot of running. Maybe some hazards.
He is a rock star.
Yes.
And he is he's a spy. So maybe he was on the opposite end of the chase.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'll say that most of the mechanics are pretty straightforward. Everyone, including your pursuers, have 1 action and 1 movement. There's no bonus actions, no reactions. Just 1 action and 1 movement. You can all use dash freely 3 times, plus your con mod, with no consequences. But after you've exhausted that, and after they've exhausted that, for every time any of us use dash after, there's a slowly rising DC Constitution check.
Oh goodness!
That you have to pass. It starts at DC 10, so it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy to start. But if failed, and it gets harder each time, every time you fail, it's a point of exhaustion. until
Oh
you hit
goodness.
5, where your speed just becomes 0. That's the end of the chase. Whether that's them or you, they could all get it. And just have to sit one out.
Oh my
um,
goodness. Okay.
but that's it. That's
So
the main thing.
I know I exhausted my darkness the last time. So
So you had fired some things off, but it was all there was like this, but we have to do it sort of in this
no,
framework.
I did a dispel magic and a darkness. So those once a day spells are gone. I know that.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So that
All right.
just that darkness is giving you like that extra. It was like 60 feet. You got like this extra 90 feet. You're right at the edge, like ducking
Mhm.
into the alleyway.
Okay.
Um. Okay. All right. So here we go. You get to go first. Um.
Okay.
All right. You are gonna hustle. What would you like to do? You have one action and one movement. You can use that dash if you want to.
I would like to dash as far as I can down the alleyway,
Okay.
and I don't have very good perception because it's daytime.
That's right.
Uh, so I don't know what I'm going to be able to see very well. I'm going to use my levitate to to lift myself up 20 feet off the ground, but use the momentum of the spell to climb to the top of the building.
Is levitate an action?
Levitate is an action.
So you won't be able to dash. You have to choose between
Oh,
levitate
okay.
and dash.
All right. Well then I'm gonna full dash down the alleyway.
Okay. You cast this darkness behind you, and you begin to bolt. Are you in Rob Danger attire or Sinister attire?
I'm not sure. I think I'm in Rob Danger
Okay.
because I was upset that everybody else is looking so cool and
Nice.
and
Awesome.
Titania came in and I'm just like, oh.
Right. Awesome. So you
Yeah.
have, not quite all the flamboyant gear, so a little more aerodynamic, maybe fewer things to catch on stuff as you're running by. You bolt down this rough cobblestone, narrow road. It's an alleyway, but more of a narrow road. There are little carts and awnings, makeshift, almost ramshackle awnings that come out in the street covering goods that are being sold. Some baskets of flowers here, some vegetables on this side. As you hustle through the streets, most of the buildings connect every 30 feet or so by a tall stone arch that seem to run across the city blocks. So you're going woof, woof, trying to run underneath these as you barrel down a relatively straight road, making it 60 feet. At the end of your turn each time, I'll ask you to roll a d20, please, to see if there's a complication and what it
Okay.
is.
Do I add anything to it?
Just a straight d20.
2.
All right, 2.
They're not very lucky.
As you get near the end of your 60 feet, it's a small bit of an intersection with some other buildings, and you hear a multitude of footsteps approaching, and this crowd walks through and starts blocking your way.
Oh God.
Something that you'll have to contend with at the very start of your next turn. You're going to have to decide. We'll have a roll to see how you get through. um, okay, and for them, they're all going to dash as well. Now they have they've shouted and cleared the way. They just break through. Let's see, then they're at the beginning of your cloud of darkness. So everything looks on pace so far, which brings us back around to you. You have this crowd that's blocking your way now. You can either make an athletics check to try and push your way through, an acrobatics check to be a little more nimble about it as you get through this crowd. Otherwise, there's a little bit. There's about 10 feet of difficult terrain if you can't, push through or dodge your way through.
Can I okay, so well, I can't really see where they are. I'm just assuming they're way behind me. Can I maybe try to melt into the crowd? Maybe use like some of my acting to pretend like I'm supposed to be in here?
You could certainly give that a shot. I think one of the things that you might just being in the situation present there beware of is that this it's a bit of a crowd in this intersection as you're pushing through, but it's still finite, and
Oh,
you
okay.
know they would probably surround you all and start going through everyone.
All right. I'm gonna try and make my way through the crowd into if I if I can do it quickly into a business, a building or something like that. Like
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
try to like don't be suspicious and
Don't be
my way through the crowd.
nice.
Don't be sus-
Do you want to like kind of shove your way through with an athletics check, or be a little more like nimble about it with an acrobatics
I
check?
want to be nimble about it because I don't want to
Okay.
draw attention. I want to kind of melt into the
Mm,
crowd,
okay.
possibly.
Yeah, yeah, go for it. When you
Because I
get
feel like if I shove through, they're gonna be like, "Hey, what's wrong with you?" You know,
nice. All right, go ahead and roll an acrobatics check, and then we'll.
acrobatics.
Mhm.
Okay, okay, okay. All right, not bad. Uh, 17.
Okay, you managed to dodge through. There's a little bit of upset as you're pushing through perpendicular through the crowd, but nothing major, thanks to your
Hmm.
nimbleness. When as you get out the other side, the crowd's about 30 feet of your movement to get through this intersection.
Okay.
And that's your movement, and you can look around. You can take an action to look around for a shop or a door or something that you can go into, or you
Mhm.
can use your action to dash and just continue running. Um,
If all right, perception checks for me during the daytime come at a disadvantage. So
mhm.
I'm going to go ahead and hightail it. I
Okay.
mean, as soon as I'm through the crowd, just woof.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, yeah. Thankfully, the crowd did not slow you down. You continue bolting. Go ahead and roll another d20 for me, and we'll see if there's any further complications. It's a busy city. There's a lot going on, even in these back streets.
Do I add anything to the roll?
Nope. It's just to roll off a table, so I know
Oh, okay.
if and which.
15.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you hustle, you get this other 30 feet, and the arches remain the same height, so you don't notice until you kind of get up to the end of your movement. But the stairwell, the street turns into a steep stairwell
Oh
that you're kind
God.
of looking. You can run down it, but it's steep, and one of those things you're gonna have to go down. But that'll be next turn. The guards are going to continue through. They're going to push through the darkness and then continue straight forward as the crowd starts to kind of finish moving through. Still 90 feet behind you because you've been keeping pace ahead of them. But
Mhm.
they'll see you at the very top of the steps. If you were to, you don't have to glance back, but if you know, glance back, you'll see them about 90 feet back as the crowd from behind you is dissipated. Which brings us back to your turn. You're at the top of these really steep steps. They go down, and they go out about 30 feet and down to like
All
the
right.
next lower level of the
Is
area.
there the same upper like breezeway like arches still?
There are, I mean, they're pretty tall, like 40 feet. At the bottom of this, they're about what would that be, 70 feet? But then they
Oh
seem
goodness.
to also drop down after the stairs. Like the whole city's gone down about 30 feet at this point. But you're at the top of the stairs currently. You can book it down the stairs if you want to do like an athletics check to just kind of try and do your best to like skip steps and just run it. You can do an acrobatics check to kind of nimbly navigate because the treads are kind of short and really steep, but it's only about 30 feet of movement.
I do. What can I do? What can I do?
The guards behind you are hustling.
Oh gosh. What can I do that will not cause a panic? Let's,
Okay,
let's keep going.
okay. Nice. All right, we've
Oh
got
no.
that's One, two dashes so far. So, yeah, what would you like to do? You want to? You can do.
Actually, wait.
Hmm.
Wait, what can I do? What can I do? All right.
They're hustling.
Are they pushing through the crowd right now?
The crowd is finished, kind of navigating their way through that intersection for the most part. It's thinned out to just a handful of people. So you, as that parts, you can see them. They haven't crossed through that where the crowd was yet, but they're almost there. You've gone 60 feet. They're just on the other side of where that crowd was. But they're catching up. What you gonna do?
All right. I'm gonna target one of the guards.
Okay.
And it's this spell's 120 feet.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Enemies Abound.
Oh.
They have to
okay.
do an intelligence saving throw.
All right. Let me do a quick roll to see which one of these. They have some slightly different stats. Let's see. Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully, I pick a really stupid one.
Is that a 6 or a 9? Yeah, 8.
Yeah, you fail. So the target chooses a creature that they think is attacking them. So one of the guards is going to think the other guard is attacking them.
Oh, okay.
So I want to create a thing and keep moving.
Okay, so you.
He's going to
basically,
think that. I want him to think that that his fellow guards are monsters.
Okay.
Trying to attack him and maybe people around him.
Okay. Okay, yeah, they have to choose another creature as a target. And
Yes.
then, okay, so that guard turns and has yet to draw their sword, but tackles, just outright tackles one of the other guards. And they tumble off to the side, and they're like putting their arms behind their back and trying to kind of pin this other guard down. And you hear him argue, "What are you doing?" As the other four continue looking back. Oh, a new determination. That's so cool.
Okay.
So two of them are like, they're out.
Yes.
for now.
All right.
Okay.
Running.
Nice. So you've got 30 feet of movement left. Do you want to do like an athletics check to again try and like just get down at normal pace and huff it, or do you want to do acrobatics to be a little more careful as you navigate down, skipping a stair here and there?
I am better at acrobatics than athletics, even though my athletics is not bad. I'm better at acrobatics.
Okay.
So, right, 14, 18 together.
Okay. Again, very nimbly skip 2 steps, 3 steps here and there to boom, 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 without tripping or missing a beat, making it down to the bottom of the stairs at the end of this round. Go
Do
ahead.
a little hair flip as I go, even though it's in the raw danger.
Beautiful.
Not as glamorous.
There's still a couple of there's a couple of kids that just at the bottom like sitting playing with jacks, and that they look up like, oh, like just absolutely awe-inspired. Yeah.
Bigger guns run.
Go ahead and roll a d20. We'll see if there's any further complication on this next one.
Ooh, okay. 8.
Okay. So we'll hang on to that for the next round. So the 2 guards in the back continue on their let's see. Each time turn takes damage, you can do the same thing. Alright, so the other 2 I'm just gonna do, they're behind. But okay. Alright, so you're not sure what's going on with the other 2 in the back. They're sort of wrestling with one another. Currently, as one still thinks the other one is an enemy. They do get to do a saving throw if they take damage, so maybe something's happened. We're not sure. They're so far behind now. I mean, they're an extra 30 feet behind everyone else. The other 4 continue to dash. So I need to just make note of that because that's an additional dash over you. So keeping track for the exhaustion and also for their pace. So with their dash, the other four are now 60 feet behind you as opposed to 90. So they've caught up a little bit, but they are not yet at the top of the stairs. You've made it to the bottom of the stairs, which brings us back to your turn. As you go, you've made it to the bottom of the stairs. It's still a singular path on this block. And you are faced with there's a beggar that's clasped at your coattails, and they're effectively blocking your way. You can try and make like an athletics check to just kind of, shove them. If I mean that sounds terrible, but options, right? Athletics. You can make an acrobatics check to just be like, sorry, not today, and kind of do a flip around them. You can try and intimidate them.
I'm
Or
gonna.
you can
Oh,
toss
let
them
me
a
see.
coin.
How much money do I have?
Please, anything you can spare.
Let's
Down in my
see.
book.
Inventory, where are you at? All right. I will give you 10 gold pieces if you just be a nuisance to those guards. And then I throw it in his hands and
Done!
run.
Thank you, thank you. And
No problem. Finger gun. Bye.
nice, okay. That automatically succeeds the check when you give him any coin, and in addition to that, for the that creativity, of course, we'll find out what you're going to do with your movement, and then we'll see what happens with them and the guards. So you have movement and an action still. Would you?
Okay.
What would you like to do? Do you want to dash, or do you have movement and something else you'd like to do?
How long is that spell? It's a concentration spell, right?
Yeah. It was 1 minute.
Okay, so it's already gone, isn't it?
It's probably still there. If they're like 6-second round, it'll be up for a bit unless they've broken it by taking
Okay,
damage.
so what is do I see that the beggar is actually stopping their momentum?
You're not sure yet, because they're 60 feet behind, so they haven't quite gotten down to that point yet. They've stood up. The beggar stood up and is watching up the stairs, though.
Oh shoot. I'm gonna give the beggar inspiration since I don't have any bonus actions. I'm gonna give him inspiration. You can do it, man. Be a nuisance. Disrupt the man. A-cab, go.
They're like ringing the gold in their hand, like awesome. Okay.
Stick it to the man.
That's the other one. Okay, nice. All right, so you do that. Actually, you've got 30 feet. You continue hustling. Then you see behind you, as the guards take their turn, the other 4 guards racing down the stairwell. Just need them to do their checks. Okay, that's not bad. Okay. All right. They all seem to make it, some a little more gracefully than others, but no one trips. Down the stairs, one of the beggars grabs at one of the guards. I mean, the beggar grabs at one of the guards. Oh, please, there's trouble over here. I need help. And there seem to be slowing them down. At least one of them. The other 3 continue to run by as they're dashing. And they're... oops. Okay. Let me just check their con mods, because that's their 4th dash. Okay, they're all still okay. But, they train, I guess, for this. But, a little flush in the cheek, though. They have, the 3 that continued on past the beggar are now 30 feet behind you, so they've dashed again. They're at the bottom of the stairs. You're 30 feet out from that currently. One being held up by the guard. Let's see. Now they wouldn't make it. All right, which brings us back to you. So sorry. Please roll a d20 from the end of your last turn to see if there is a complication and what it is.
12. This is not the greatest of rolls I'm rolling right now.
Neat. Okay. The road begins to narrow, and you've gotten about 30 feet from the stairs, and turned almost sideways. There's maybe 10 or 12 very fancy clad individuals that are holding, carrying a palanquin, a noble's palanquin, and they're effectively blocking the way. You can kind of try and do an acrobatics check to like slide and roll underneath it. You can do an athletics to try and like just shove your way through these people. They've turned. The noble's like, what's? Yes, I need my sandwiches and my grapes, please. And they've just stopped in the middle of the street for this noble.
I'm so hungry.
So assuming
I
you're
would do
using
the
movement.
Indiana Jones palanquin slide.
Nice.
Um,
Gun
and
roll.
hopefully, when I pop up, I'll hit the invisibility again,
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
which
I'll,
will cancel the concentration on the dudes fighting on the other thing. So,
okay.
just so you know.
I will add for your because I know there's a lot going on. So actually, let's start with the acrobatics check. Let's see how that goes, and then I'll.
Acrobatics. 19.
Okay, very smoothly you duck under and kind of tumble up out of the other side. Now you know 3 of the guards are 30 feet behind you. If they dash again, they will engage you. So it's just a thought. If you don't use your dash, your action to dash, they'll likely catch up. Now invisibility might be a little more difficult, of course, for them to properly grapple you or anything. But and you're not sure which of the guards remaining still have the ability to see invisibility. So just food for thought on what you would like to do.
I'll take my chances.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my chances so I can scoop and hit that invisibility
All right.
on myself. If they catch me, I got something else. Hopefully, I get the bail money ready.
Nice. All right, you slide underneath the palanquin and pull up, and poof, you bamf out of sight. Invisibility recast. Right, and they're going to dash, and one of them has to do a quick check to see if they get a point of exhaustion. Okay. Oh, that's it. Meter beat. Okay. One of them's like trying to like re-catch their breath. They're like, I should have trained more for this. So the other two seem to be holding up. They're all dashing. They have to also make acrobatic checks or athletic checks. They're shouting for them to move. That one's going to try and push through and doesn't. That one slides underneath, and that one tries to push through. Okay. One of them gets held up by the people here. It's only 10 feet of being held up, so they're going to arrive just after the other two, but they're all gonna catch up. One of them does just a straight tackle for you. They seem to still have the see invisibility. Can you please make let's see, either athletics or acrobatics check to avoid a grapple? You can do it at advantage because you're invisible. They have to do athletics.
Woo! Okay. 21.
Nice. They rolled a natural 1, so they watched you disappear and they just dive full on, but you've ducked.
I want to do the hair flip as I'm disappearing and a middle finger.
In slow motion, you watch as this guard just passes in front of you. You just lean out of the way, and they like tumble on onto the road. The other one that's there about the same time is going to try and, well, that one went for like your shoulders, like your torso. This one's going to go for your ankles. Please roll one more athletics or acrobatics check.
At advantage?
At advantage.
I'll take the 16. That's a dirty 20.
Okay, I got a 6. This other one, like you watch that one fly over. This other one, you just do like a quick hop up. Like,
You thought.
the last one having to push through a little bit, taking a little longer to get through the crowd. Comes up and pauses for a moment. Or actually, I guess it wouldn't have been it. I mean, well, that's fine. That's fine because those two could see. This one can't see, so this one is going to try and
okay.
grapple you as well.
Well, if it was just at normal, it was I got
fine.
a 12 the first. Okay,
that's on me. Yeah.
It would have been a 16.
Oh yeah, they would have wouldn't have mattered for them. They rolled so poorly.
Okay.
This one is going to try the same. So please roll one last time at advantage. Definitely this time for either athletics or acrobatics.
21 again.
Okay. This one's just an 18. So this one kind of reaches up and so, where are they? And the others are trying to stand up. So you have 3, 2 just past you. This one sort of standing right nearby, about 5 feet. What would you like to do? We'll wait on rolling for a complication because it's engaged in this. What would you like to do?
Oh my goodness. So all right. Does it appear that he can see me?
That third one, no. The other two were kind of looking at you as they were diving. You were just very nimble.
Okay, well, I'm still going.
Okay.
I'll ask, though.
Okay. Let's see. They don't want to attack, so there's no opportunity this time. They're still trying to get you and not harm you. So
yeah, because I
both...
don't want to break the invisibility because I kind of want to stay invisible.
Nice.
For not just them, possibly people that I can just like throw in front of them.
Perfect. Yeah. All right. Please roll first a d20. We'll see if there's any complications as you continue on.
I got a 4.
Nice. The road kind of hooks around to the left, just after. No longer continues on straight. And this, again, is a bit narrow, more of an alley than a road, and it's just this maze of barrels and crates and other similar obstacles that are that stand in your way. So you can do, you can make like an acrobatics check to kind of like nimbly dodge in and around. You can make a straight intelligence check to try and get a layout of this maze of barrels and buckets to better navigate it. What would you like to do?
I don't think he's that perceptive right now, so I'm just gonna acrobatics.
Okay.
Because no. 6.
Oh, okay. All right. So it proves to be some of these things are not very stable. And you go to kind of loop and whoop, and one of the barrels rolls, and you kind of, tip over, catch yourself. But it costs about 10 feet of movement. So you've moved about 20 feet, but you clear this portion of the alleyway. You having used 20 feet.
Poor choice of navigation. Where is this boat?
You have your action left. Would you like to dash, or do you have anything else you'd like to do?
Oh my goodness, what crap. Oh, okay, so there's 3 of them behind me?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see.
You hear him rounding the corner.
I'm going to cast... Oh, goodness. I'm going to go ahead and cast... Oh, my gosh. That's going to disrupt my invisibility.
Mm.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to cast Enemies Abound again.
Okay. Oh, I'm so while you hear them like approaching the corner, they're still around the corner. They haven't had their turn.
Okay. All right.
And if it makes a difference, you've only used 2 dashes so far. Just
all
for
right.
what it's worth.
It does make a difference. I'm going to use it.
Okay.
I'm going to use another one to increase the distance.
All right, you hustle, and after 30 feet, you come to an intersection. You can go straight, left, or right. If you go left, you're heading back up the way you came. Right, will Actually, you're not sure what's over there to the right, in that direction of the ward, but straight ahead.
I have
Well,
I have no situational nor navigational awareness.
nice,
I
yeah.
let other people do that for me. All right.
That's awesome. But straight ahead, it's like where several blocks away, but that's the general direction to get back to that teleportation pad to different wards. If you go straight.
I don't think he would and just keep going forward. You know what I'm saying? That's
Okay.
just in character. I don't think you you know, daytime too. He's like, what is this?
Nice. Okay. You continue bolting forward. All right. Well, one of our friends, two of our friends now have to do checks. Woo, a 20. Okay, good for.
Oh, great.
And an 18 plus their cons, but and the other one has that's their final one. Let me just mark on their other dash. Okay, they're all in range of having to do this every time now.
Okay.
Okay. But thankfully, they've trained. One of them didn't train enough, but the adrenaline's kicking in for that one. The cheeks, the whole face is really red, and they're just, it's hot. It's a midsummer day,
Yes.
too, so they're just like, blah. Ugh. I'm sure the armor is heavy and gross. That
feels like home.
Yeah.
Human, it's dicky.
They also have to navigate this. I didn't do well at all. That one's fine.
Oh my gosh.
It's fine. One of them gets slowed down as they're running around, and the barrel that you knocked over is just behind a couple of other crates. It kind of does like a leap, one of those side leaps, like they slide over the engine hood of a car, like over the grate, and land, but they land on the barrel, and they fall back. The other two.
I tried to do that, but I'm invisible, so you couldn't see.
Nice. The other two, they're able to catch up again because they're dashing. That one's able to catch up too. That's a 10-foot impedance for them again. But because they're dashing, that's 50 feet. So the first two, right, you dashed. So that was 30, 60. So they just catch up. Actually, that third one will not catch up because of the slip up on the barrel and because you dashed. So the two that it's the two that can see you, it seems, since they kind of have like their eyes on you. Once again, try and grab. Halt! Don't resist. And then the first one goes to try and glom onto you. Go ahead and make another athletics or acrobatics check if you would.
Lord, why didn't I inspire myself? Okay.
Cards are the worst at this apparently anyway, so
not as good. 16?
12. So the first one once again kind of goes in, this time not diving, but lurching in, and you easily kind of jump out of the way. Immediately after that, second one tries the same, so please roll once again if you would.
Oh goodness, please don't
Terrible,
fuck me.
But you're down.
Oh my god. 12.
Okay. Second one goes and steps, and you kind of dodge, but it was a feint. And it feinted off to the side, and then goes over and grapples your arm into like a half Nelson behind you. Hold it there. No harm will come to you. We have some questions. But that does bring it back to your turn. You're grappled, so you can't move, but and I guess your hands are sort of held up, so you'd have to either break the grapple if you have a spell that uses somatic components, because you got to use your hands, or if you have any spells that are just like verbal and like component stuff. Then
I have a spell that's verbal. Dissonant whispers.
Oh my goodness. Okay, is that what you'd like to use?
Yes. It's a wisdom save.
Nice. Is this on the guard? Excuse me, on the guard that's has you grappled?
The one that has me grappled, yeah.
Okay. You turn your head back. What do you want to whisper to them? Or do you just want it to be the melody?
It's gonna be the weirdest sound that just sounds like just discordant and like
Nice.
Just fucking scary noises.
Oh shit. Okay, they rolled a 20. But it's a -1. So 19. I don't know if you have anything to.
No, it does. Okay. They'll say, oh, a 19 succeeds, so it
Okay.
doesn't.
Um.
It takes half damage though, but doesn't move away.
Okay.
So I don't know how that would work in this situation.
Damage. Go ahead and roll the 3d or the damage for that, and it, because it doesn't have to move away, I'm gonna have it do a roll to have them do a roll to see. Have them do. Okay.
14.
Okay.
So half that is 7.
7 points. All right, and okay. Yeah, they pull back a little bit, but they manage to keep you in that grip. Moving it over to their turn. The other one pulls out manacles, puts them on your wrists. The third one comes up. Let's start with you, and we'll just so this sort of kind of brings it to a bit of a conclusion. We'll check in with everyone else, but you're manacled. You feel these manacles are
internal screaming is what they hear.
Oh. you can feel these manacles almost sapping your magical energy. And they just start asking name, things like that, and talking to one another and taking notes and starting to walk you over somewhere else in the board. Meanwhile, let's see. Zia, you would be back at the ship first. Ashavar's there as well. What would you like to do, Zia, as you've made your way back? Or if you're going elsewhere, please forgive me.
Oh, yeah, no. So definitely on the way back, if it's possible to mind link with Brilith and Liazana, there'd definitely be I'm heading back to the ship. What do you know? Kind of moment.
Okay. You two hear that?
Since they stayed up there a little bit longer, they probably saw some I didn't see.
Liazana would Marlene back. We have a map. We calmed down and forgive me, I don't remember the what race the character was.
Kinku.
Kinku. Thank you. We calmed down the Kinku just long enough to get a spot on the map. So we have it and we're coming back to the ship.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Aw, I love you too, Sia.
Okay. And what happened to Sister?
Fun.
Yeah. About that. I think Sinister's in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah.
But okay, wait. What kind of trouble? Like the guards, or?
Yeah. We lost Sinister running down an alley, and the guards were chasing him.
But the guards didn't see either of you?
We ran off. I don't know.
Okay. Brilith, when are we meeting your patron? I think that was later tonight, right?
Sure. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
He was coming, and then we were gonna go because we were promising to take him to the macaw.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yes.
I think.
And we wanted
I
to do
think
a
so.
quick. Yeah, we wanted to do a kind of quick questioning, and if I remember correctly, because we were going to meet him because it was getting to the point where he might be coming very soon.
Yep, sounds about right.
Okay. That's fun. Um,
Glad you have such a good memories here. That's pretty incredible.
ah, uh, I every so often it works.
Uh,
Okay, so great. You have a map. Um, great. That's great. Okay, we're probably gonna have to, I mean, to be honest, if we get involved too heavily, because like we have an advantage, I think, right now in that the guards don't know that we're aligned with Sinister and that Sinister is still in semi disguise, I suppose. Although, I mean, it's Sinister. I mean,
well,
everyone kind of knows what he looks like. So
what are you what are you suggesting? Sia?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
I said, what are
My,
you suggesting?
well, I mean, and we can totally, you know, talk about this. Well, we probably have to talk about it quick, but we might have to kind of do a little bit of an escape kind of plan. Uh, it might be difficult though. It definitely relies on Sinister not getting caught and being able to lie low. Then we'd have to mind link and basically take the ship somewhere, maybe lower down a rope or something, and then if he's invisible climbing up it, and nobody would be able to see him, and then we'd do that after the patron comes to the ship so we can meet him. So it'd be patron ship pickup and then head off. Probably it's the place you have on the map. Sorry, there's a lot of moving pieces.
Do we have enough rope?
Liaisana's always got rope, right?
Well, it's 60 feet? Question?
Yeah. Maybe we might want to get more rope. I think I have some too. Yeah, if we have like maybe at least like 100 feet or so, that might be long enough. I don't know. I'm really bad at this. If Cassius were here, he would have a good idea. Hmm.
Um,
At this point, I think we need to gather and then mind link with Sinister as soon as possible and figure out where he is and what's going on.
should we mind link with him now?
I mean, depending on if he's running away right now, I don't know. And Dan, this is an out of context question about the mechanics of chase. Like, is it counting in the action economy if we're communicating during it? Like, does it count against Sinister?
I'm gonna say
It's a free action.
yeah, well, because I mean, while that was intense, it took a while in real life. It was much more brief in game time. I'll say that the chase is done as you all have this conversation. And
Okay.
about to.
Another question: those manacles are magic draining, and would that affect the mind link?
We'll have to see.
Okay. So we attempt to mind link with Sinister and ask, "What's going on? Where are you? Are you okay?"
You hear
We-
nothing sinister. But go ahead and say
Oh, I was
what you
gonna-
want to say.
I was just gonna say, over my link, do we want to try to get together, like meet up somewhere,
There's no response.
reconvene?
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
I mean, does that mean Sinister's dead?
No, Sinister wouldn't die. It's fine.
I mean, have we
It's okay.
ever had problems mind linking before?
Maybe there's some kind of magical interference with the mind link. You
Is the
know?
mind link magic? Well, I mean, I've never
Yeah.
questioned it. Yeah. I should really get to figure out more about the mechanics.
I mean, it's not like that we have like a little box that the voices come out of. It's all magic. It's all mental.
Yeah. 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 Okay, so wait, okay, but this complicates things further because then, okay, we have to go back to the ship because Patron is coming, or we can at least talk to Ashavar and get Ashavar ready for like the arrival to kind of maybe stall a little bit. I don't know. Hmm, but I don't even know where we would begin to like look, and I don't know how long we could stall, and if we get too heavily involved, we might end up in trouble ourselves. What do you think, Liazana?
I definitely think we need to group up for sure. And I guess come up with a game plan, especially since we can't reach Sinister.
I'm with whoever the Asana says.
Okay. So back to the ship? Or...
Yes, for now.
Sure.
Okay. So Zia's, I'm guessing, a little bit closer, like right at the harbor, right? So probably if Ashavar is close, we'll probably run into each other pretty quickly.
Oh yeah.
And I'll basically just update right then and there. So Ashavar is totally up to speed on everything that just happened. That Zia knows at least.
All right.
Any additional thoughts? Any big plans?
Anything for you, Ashvar? As Zia kind of okay, so
Yeah.
here's the update and info dumps. Like,
Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
Grumble, grumble.
oh.
So, has Zia gotten back to the ship at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ashfar's gonna be like, you're gonna need to slow your roll a little bit. I have a tiny brain. Only so many words can go in it at once.
Okay.
And like, you don't have to role play out the entire info dump, and
Yeah,
if you
totally,
want,
totally.
Just like,
Oh yeah. She updates you. And...
out of character question, Dan. Would I need to make a roll to, given my somewhat illicit background, would I need to make a roll to know that if a known magic user gets arrested, they get magical dampening clamps put on them?
No, not because of your familiarity with this particular city as well. You know that's typically the case. I mean, there aren't that many people that can actually use magic, so it's not that a super frequent occurrence. So when it does happen, they have those types of manacles.
Okay. Z, I'm pretty sure he got arrested.
Okay. It's better than dead.
Yes,
A lot better
definitely
than dead.
Better than dead. Well, okay. We knew one of two things. I can like stall the patron for a little bit if need be, or you could stall the patron and I could go try to finagle Sinister out of prison instead of trying to do some kind of escape heist, which might bring more attention to us.
Yeah, I mean, you know this place pretty well, better than I do for sure. That might be a good plan. But you have to be careful. Don't get yourself embroiled in this too.
Will do. I mean, could always just ask what the bail is.
Yeah. I guess we could just do that. I didn't really think, okay, knowing Sinister though, Sinister probably used magic on some guards, made them attack each other, probably attacked them directly. probably bribed somebody to like lie to them.
Wow.
And I'm assuming those things would probably like add up pretty quick, right? Like,
I haven't tried bribery. I will do it.
That's awesome.
um,
I did bribe. Sorry, the homeless man.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm.
Awesome.
um,
On the count of.
That makes sense.
so I'm not discounting that. I think that may be a good option.
Also, I have a few, shall we say, distracty tricks up my sleeve. So,
Great.
I mean,
A bare leg.
oh God, what just popped into my head is not coming out of my mouth on stream.
Nice.
Man.
But yeah, we could just check in with Brelith and Liazana right now, get their take on it, and Liazana's the captain, so if she wants us to stay here and stall, good with that too.
Sounds good. So, will MindLink propose Zia staying to keep the patron, especially because the patron's really interested in Zia as well. I think that might make it less
Yeah.
awkward. Or might make it more awkward. I don't know. But we'll
Hello,
definitely
I'd love to tell you about my weird celestial dynasty. Won't
This
you
is
have a
Zia.
seat?
It's always going to be awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, have you heard of our Lord and Savior extended car warranty?
Nice. Nice.
Oh my God, I keep getting those.
You actually hear Liazana and Brelith boarding the gangplank up on the ship as you're
perfect.
discussing that. Mm-hmm.
Rayla's just talking about something senselessly.
Bare legs.
Yes,
It was an
always.
8-foot bear and it had 2 legs.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
So we fill in on the plan, and what do y'all think?
So you really think that he got arrested?
I mean, it would explain why we didn't hear anything.
I got arrested once and couldn't use my magic when they were, hauling me out to jail.
Okay. Well,
I'm not here to ask this story. Okay.
I guess we'll just have to rescue him, right?
Sure.
Get him out of jail. We can. Oh my gosh, I can use my sneaking techniques that I'm so good at. I can sneak in, so everyone will have to be a distraction. I can sneak in, find Sinister, break him out, and just bring him back here.
Don't
It'll
you
be
have a
fine.
meeting?
What?
Don't you have a meeting?
Yeah, your patron's about to be here.
Oh, I can leave a note.
Oh.
It says be back soon. Wait for me
So
by the gangplank. Sure.
I think one of the things, because like, how
Uh-huh.
much attention was drawn when Sinister was intimidating the Kinkyo and how that kind of led to this situation in the first place.
Yeah.
I feel like if we all rush in, we might just make it worse. And if we get caught trying, or if we do break out and Sinister gets arrested again, that's just gonna like double or triple or whatever the sentence, right? Because that's also illegal. And then also all of us are in prison too. And that's not gonna be good. So, and then we might not be able to come back. And I don't know if your patron's gonna wanna hire you really, or be
Oh, I'm
associated with you.
already. I don't think that matters. I mean, archaeologists get arrested all the time for breaking into places.
Oh,
How
okay,
many
that's
arrests
assuring.
do we want to have this week? Just curious.
But like Ashford has the most experience, so I think it makes sense because like
Ashvar, how many
familiarity with the
times?
system here. And wait, what?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
Please.
just familiarity with the island, the system here. I think just like simple reconnaissance, just to like make sure that Sinister is not, first. And then once we know where he is, then we can maybe do some more from there.
Well, they must be sounding the
Is that okay?
dinner bell here on the ship.
Ding, ding, ding.
Sirens. Sorry.
It's
Just
just
trying
a
to work it
costume.
in. I'm trying to work it in. So Ashmar, how many times have you broken out of jail?
I don't break out of jail. I talk my way out of jail.
Well, I thought. Oh, okay. How do you
Or-
talk your way out of jail? Do they not let you talk in jail?
Ashafar's gonna like look a little bit like in concentration, like trying to figure out how to say something. And Breelith, when you're a lady, you have certain assets.
Oh, like money?
Yes, like money. Exactly. Like
Okay.
money.
Okay.
Okay. So you're allowed to bring money into jail.
This is
Currency.
this is a
I can
great
bring
conversation
currency.
piece, and I don't want to stop this, but also we are kind of on a bit of a timer. Like I think the patron's going to be here very soon, and I don't know. Like we should probably make a decision kind of now.
I don't really know much about jails. I don't really understand them. So, I mean, I didn't even know that they could just keep you in one. So, I guess I'm not really the person. I mean, I'm okay with whatever everyone else wants to do.
Great, I'll go get dressed. But then she pauses and looks at Liazana and is like,
Great.
yeah?
Yeah? Do you want some
Alright.
help?
I think that's a dream team right there.
I don't know how much help I can be, but I can try.
Yeah.
And besides, like, breathe would be great, but I think it'd be better if you stayed here with Sia to meet your patron.
Okay, well, I mean, I
No
have this
offense.
really nice cloak now, so maybe next time I could try it out, put it over. I mean, you have to admit, I look really inconspicuous. It's like, again, it's like a dusty blue with like gold trim.
Yes.
So conspicuous.
Blend
Pink
right in,
flowers,
yeah.
like an Arizona tea can, probably.
But
All
yeah,
right.
I think you're right. Just be careful, okay?
Would it be
Always.
possible for me to get help with a disguise?
Oh.
Yes.
Is there a possibility they might recognize me?
All
No
right.
problem.
Yeah, go ahead and make a disguise kit check, which would be your proficiency plus. Ooh, you can do intelligence, like or just dexterity on actually doing the work. It's
I think you
creativity
guys will steal
versus.
stuff from Sinister's room too. So.
Yeah. But yeah,
Okay, so you said proficiency.
Oh,
and
it'll
then
be
either-
Ashavar. I'm sorry.
It'll be
Mhm.
Oh, I'm
Ashley.
sorry.
They'll
I'm
be
sorry.
applying it. My bad. My bad.
Trisha.
Oh, how dare. But yeah, I'd go down to my room with Liazana, help her get a disguise on.
Okay.
Probably, how do you feel about bodyguard?
Movie.
Yes.
All right.
Now,
I'm gonna be using my false identity, so
Okay.
probably
That works
dressing up
for
as like
me.
a hoity-toity rich lady.
Oh, nice. All right. Okay. Yeah. Well, let me know what you get on your roll, Ashvar. Unless you did already, I forgot. I'm sorry.
No. Do I need to roll twice? Once for me and once for Liazana?
Please.
Okay. So for me, we get a 10.
Mhm.
Not great.
Okay.
And Liazana, slightly better. I hate this die today. 13.
Okay. So as you finish the work, it's time to go, and you're not super happy with your own disguise, but you know that with your role, um, commoners are going to think you're nobility, or you're going to think you're wealthy or nobility. But anyone in that particular station will probably be like, suss you out.
Okay.
But for most of the lay folk, you should convince them. And Liazana, you've got sort of like a broken nose and some other, like, not freshly broken, right? But like an old injury, like just brutal bodyguard sort of things done up nicely. So, it's really, you're fitting the part pretty nicely. The two of you set out back into town. Um, yes. As you're walking down the gangplank, actually, let me check because it might not be yet. And okay, yeah, you're walking down the gangplank and heading into the city, leaving Brelith and Zia to do last minute preparations for for Brelith's patron to arrive. Meanwhile, Sinister, back in town, you've sort of been escorted through town. And you've been brought through. You're on the same ward, but it's over near an area near that teleportation pad that bamps you from different section of the floating island to different section of the other wards. There is a guardhouse there, and you've been brought inside, escorted down to a cell. Shackles remain on your wrists.
They're so heavy. Ow. Ugh.
They ask you some questions initially, but in Sinister's fashion of sort of talking around them to try and they stopped at one point, like, okay, we're just gonna get him down to the station and we'll process and go from there. But they haven't done any actual processing yet. They just put you in a cell. There are two other individuals in there. There's an older human gentleman, mostly bald with sort of a tuft of white hair on the top of his head, a little bit stout and heavy set, big bushy white beard. It's like a foot and a half down off his chin, and sort of drab blue, not quite a robe, but more like maybe a muumuu, I guess would be the best description. Sort of just draped down over his body, very comfortable looking.
Most are unisex.
Yeah.
I have one. My husband
Nice.
has one. Why not?
I love comfy. Okay, sorry. And then there is a half elf gentleman in there as well, sitting. So you've been sat on the cell's maybe 9 feet wide by like 6 or 7 feet deep. There are little wooden shelves to sit on that are just suspended by chain. They're bolted into the wall. You've been sat to the right of the cell. Along the stone back wall is where this older human gentleman sits, and across to the left of the cell, across from where they've sat you, is this half-elf gentleman. Looks to be, in human years, maybe early 30s. Every button is buttoned. Everything fold to the collar is folded as it should be. Very just attention to detail in their dress. Doesn't speak of noble, but someone that probably has some wealth and apparently cares a great deal about their appearance. They just kind of look at you and look off out at the guards and stuff. But
What's up, y'all?
Oh, ha! Hey, the bearded gentleman. Well, welcome to the establishment. What brings you here?
Oh, a little this, a little that. Running from the wardens.
Oh.
Lovely here in Atlas Isles.
Oh, it is, isn't it? We have such a fine view.
One jump ahead.
Gestures to a little, like, 3-barred cutout window behind you. Lovely view. Well, you've got...
Dan, do I still have my gloves on?
You do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
The only thing that they've taken off of you is pouches that are, if you had any pouches affixed for like gold of any currency or any items, components, and
They took my
any
money.
physical weapons, anything sharp or bludgeoning or anything like that.
A lot.
Nice. Well, don't bother trying to talk to Gerard over here. He's not gonna say anything. It's too good for us. Half elf kind of looks back at the two of you, rolls his eyes.
I just kind of put my hands on my, just to kind of flash the ring.
Mhm.
Oh,
Let me do a roll for him.
yep.
Oh, okay. Caught his attention a little bit. He seems a little shy to speak, but you can tell. You can tell he did a small double take at your
Yeah.
ring. Well, you'll be treated fine. You'll be treated fine. The guards get a little, I don't know about you, they get a little overzealous with me, trying to bring me in. Hopefully they didn't do the same with you.
Oh, they mistreated me terribly.
Yep.
It was awful. They put these heavy things. These are ugly. They clash with my clothes.
Well,
They
those are
hurt,
fancy.
aren't they?
Wow, we're our shackles. We don't get the good stuff here. This is outrageous. And a couple of guards.
You're jealous of my method of confinement? That's odd.
They look fabulous. A couple of guards.
They do. They do. This is a fabulous, dear. Oh,
Nice.
sir, you have not lived.
Your two guards come over. One jingles the keys, unlocks the cell, and the other comes in and kind of grabs the shackles and pulls you by the chain. Come on. And kind of pulls you a bit and guides you through.
I was meeting a friend.
I'm sure you'll have time very soon to explain that to the ones that want to hear it. For now, I'm here to
okay.
process you.
This has to be against the law. Why are you confining me?
Well, there's a long list of magic that you used and such.
Is that illegal?
Well, against gods that are attempting to.
Murder me in the streets.
Oh, no,
They were trying
God.
to murder me.
They walk you over to a wooden door, and it's just this wooden door straps of metal that hold it together with sort of an oval cutout in the center, and they're like, hands through here, and they kind of put the chains.
Is there a monster?
No. They kind of like assist pulling your hands like through the door, and they hold
I
the
don't
chains.
like this.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. And they back you into a room, and so they're holding the chain on the other side of the door, and then they close the other one. Like, you'll have to do a little of the dirty work there, but everyone gets a bathroom break first. You're in a chamber pot
It is
room.
filthy.
So they're like making sure you don't go anywhere by holding the chain through the door, but giving you the privacy. You're trying to navigate that with no hands.
And those smells.
Nothing pleasant. But with that, we'll take our bio break.
Oh, lovely.
So for anyone new here, we take about a 10-minute bio break. We keep our audio hot because we are, and that way you can chat with us and such. Thanks again for the raids and the new folks that are here. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, and we'll continue our Sky Pirate adventure. Well, actually, I say that, and then I forgot I might have to fix the BRB screen. But we'll start our break now, so we'll catch you all soon.
Has to be a nightmare for Sinister, I'm just saying.
Oh, I bet.
It'll be fine.
I'll be fine. He's gonna be a big baby though. I can feel
Oh,
it.
for sure. For sure.
I love it.
Oh my god, worst thing ever. They pulled me in and it was the smells and the people. They tried to touch me. I couldn't brush my hair.
Oh,
Oh, I don't know what was on the food. It wasn't strawberries.
I hope you get to the point where they get to serve you some food in here.
Oh my goodness. I'll be back, you guys.
All right, I'm gonna do the same. Wee wee time. Here we go. Wee wee time. You're so wee wee it never ends. Makes me what? Oh, shit. Jeez. Butterfingers down. Well, we navigated our chase. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we've got everything else sort of tackled, right? We got our patron. Hey, Josh, fun. We've got our patron coming for all that. Right. Breelith, did Bree or Steph, did Breelith ever? He asked if he wanted to bring his most trusted assistant to help him, like with the work of translating the doorways. I think were the main requests.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to just touring Macaw and like seeing what it looks like, just surveying the island, but helping with
Yeah.
the that. Did you give the go ahead on that?
I mean, probably not because I'm assuming that was probably if she would have reached out to him through a sending stone, he would have replied back, so she wouldn't have been able to. And I think that was earlier today.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Because he would have, I'm sure he would have followed up. Like, if they're going, he would have wanted to know beforehand. So he might have stopped by earlier or used, anher method of
If he
messaging.
would have asked,
Mhm.
Brayleth would have told him to bring she would probably say to bring whoever you wanted.
Okay. Hmm.
What's going on with theirs? Oh, that's her chair. I thought it was like witness protection.
Right? Someone's
Like, what's
haunting
going
you.
He'll come back with a voice, with a
modulated
voice changer. Yeah, modulated voice.
Yeah, I knew Sinister. But
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Perfect.
Documentary.
Justice.
We should have the in Extremis documentary, like have the confessionals like they have in like reality TV.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to talk anything about Cassius, but I will have to say he spends an inordinate time in his room alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I did mention the prospect of sex robots. I think
right.
he took me up on it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Better quality QA these. Sure, everything's working the way it should be.
He's just testing them out.
Yeah.
Yes.
He cares about his product.
Mm-hmm.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in there a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. Hmm.
So while I was on the run, I did Ashvar.
Oh, nice. Look
I
at that.
primed her.
Yay! That's so awesome.
I should have primed Sinister and Cassius in darker colors, considering everybody else is in lighter colors.
Right.
It'll be all right.
That. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, Liazona's is so cute.
Right?
With the little arrows. Yeah.
I'm so excited to be able to put these in 3D. Like little
And her
3D
hair
and
is
stuff.
braided so fancy.
Oh, I know, yeah. Those are really
Thanks
great
to
looking.
Sinister. I'm going to take credit for that.
You absolutely should.
Not here to deny it, so.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Second deal.
And I'm assuming these are the bases that you want for the base.
Please,
Because I
yeah,
do
please.
have the same size rounder, but I'll do that.
Okay, thanks. I so appreciate you doing that. I am so excited about the whole thing.
It'll be fun. It's gonna be fun. Who am I most excited about?
Be fun.
I think Liazana. Hers is action pose. It's really cool. Well, Zia's too.
Oh yeah, she got that celestial
Double
like,
daggers.
it's so
Floating.
great.
I haven't done Z Claire. Here's yours.
Oh, it looks so good. I'm so excited for when you get to it. And everybody's. They all looked incredible so far.
All I can think of with that pose is that moment in the catacombs where
Oh my
Musa
god.
just took over. Oh, They're like blasted out some of the baddies with the radiance and stuff. So cool.
Straight up, straight up. Cash is wearing down some, and then all of a sudden she just obliterates all of
I forgot Cassius kept having his kill stolen, or that's how he was perceiving it anyway. It's
Mhm.
like, what?
them. Yes,
And I feel like the purple worm fight was the complete antithesis of that.
yes.
With
She
Zia
almost,
just failing every roll.
I feel like that
Three
during the,
ones! 3 ones in a row.
I couldn't believe that.
And it was on like so like you saw it happen in real time just like I did. I was
yeah.
like,
But I
no
couldn't.
way.
The one time I
insanity.
inspire someone.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for letting you down. But nobody died.
Nobody died.
So that's a positive.
Yes,
Just
that was a difficult
petrification.
fight. Yeah, it was not an easy
Yeah,
fight
that
by any
was.
means.
I believe I was down to 4 hit points.
Jeez. There's the
Good
fun
times.
music. Ting, 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 ting.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh god.
That's awesome.
Yeah, did Ashmore bring the teddy bear
Yes, she
Oh,
did.
to prison?
I hope so.
that'd be amazing.
We can only hope.
Use the teddy bear, the crew's teddy bear to break
Oh,
Sinister out.
Yes.
No one will expect.
Nobody expects the teddy bear.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, I did.
You can hide the purple worm in the teddy bear and then bring it in. No one will know.
Ashavar, the secret D&D beanie bear collector of the group.
You know how much
Yep.
these will be worth, and yeah.
Yep.
Not every day you get
Nothing.
like some kind of interdimensional being disguised as a teddy bear sitting on your bed.
Yeah, that won't go away.
I just like the company. All right, I'm gonna bring us back. Since everyone's back here, and let's get back in the right. So, basically, that was sort of our bathroom break. But Sinister, you're sort of still not yet being processed. You're just there. They've let you use the bathroom. The person that they're understaffed today because a couple people called out. So they're like, we'll get
They're
back
fighting
to
in the streets.
you. Yeah, yeah. We'll process you in a bit, and you go back in the cell with the other two. As let's see, it was Liazana and Ashavar. You make your way through 10 Ashavar. Of course, you're more familiar here. You kind of know like where to go. You teleport through back to the religious ward, and there's the barracks just nearby. That's probably the first place to check.
I remembered.
Yay!
Yes, I guess will check the barracks first. Is there like some sort of office or something, or is it just a bunch of like bunk bed buildings?
It's it's an office building that you can step into,
Okay.
and it's still fairly rudimentary. It's nothing super fancy. As you so I'm sorry, I lost my place in my notes here. As you walk into this initial room, it's a moderately open room. There's some heavy stone, like 4 foot by 4 foot stone pillars that have 4x4 wooden posts that go into brackets and arch off in different directions to support the ceiling up above. A number of those 4x4 and 8x8 beams run across to support the level above. There's a number of weapon racks on the other side of this space that you step in. It's probably a good 20 feet deep, 40 feet wide. If you survey the entire room, there's counters and other things that section it off. But because nothing's taller than 4 feet, you can see through most of the area. There's a couple of guards. You catch sight of 2 walking around, and a clerk. Looks like maybe an administrative clerk that's up front.
Okay.
Where am I? Where are my glasses? Jeez.
Oh, by the way, Liazana, I would have Ashfar would have told you beforehand that your new name is Razor. So
Excuse me, Razor.
That is so effing cool.
I'll try to speak deeper.
Yes! More of that, please. Yes, it's a gentleman, maybe. Seems to be half elf, probably early 40s. How may I assist you both today?
well, I'm looking for a member of my household. He's a bit of a troublemaker, and I believe he got himself arrested. So I'm just here to inquire as to the situation and figure out next steps from there. And she'll kind of look down at the clerk in a not trying to intimidate him or charm him or anything, but just in sort of a like noble fashion.
Oh. Name of the one you're looking for.
Rob Danger.
They open up the ledger, holding a large page after another. They were taken in today, then?
Earlier today, I believe, at least. And I roll my eyes a little bit.
Looks like they were just brought in recently. They haven't been processed yet. Closes the ledger.
I see. Let me ask you a question. How long does your processing usually take?
20 to 30 minutes or so.
Okay. This was me out of character thinking because I have the brain of a fish.
No, I get it. I get it. Would you both care to take a seat and wait?
20 or 30 minutes. Razor, don't we have that horrible tea gathering fairly soon?
Yes, we do.
Is there any way that we can speed this along? I'm very busy.
I actually
He does
don't know
not
this guy's.
appreciate this.
Yes.
Kind of. Okay, so he's got some some information on Sinister, saw the ring, and some other things. So I had him do a roll. Are you leans in a little bit, looking to make things right before they're processed? If I'm understanding this right.
Well, you do understand. Well, you don't yet because I haven't told you. But he is my ward. And were his recent tomfoolery to be put on record, it would reflect badly on my family. So I would prefer if we could settle this and whatever damages he's incurred prior to his processing.
Seems to be what he was looking for. And nods. Well, let me just itemize the charges and incurred costs on our behalf. And takes a quill, dots it in some ink, and starts writing down some fairly big numbers, adding them up. And let's see. I'm going to do some quick math because it's going to involve at least the guards that he knows will accept that. His own. He's accustomed to nobles doing this sometimes, clearly. Okay. The charges and considering the bail that would likely be set and the cost for the charges themselves would run about 60 gold, but there is, of course, a fee for expeditious relief. It's another
Of
30
course.
gold. 90 gold in total. See your friend out without being bothered by the wait for processing. Names off the books.
I see. I see. She'll turn over to Liaison and say, "Ugh, we never carry that much on our person. We're not stupid, are we? Are we, Razor?"
No, we are not.
Kind of like does
However-
a couple glances, nervous glances at Razor.
However, I have something that might interest, well, maybe not you, but somebody else for an even greater amount of gold.
I'm listening.
She's gonna pull out of her like voluminous skirts the gorgon horn that she's been carving over the last
Okay.
like however long, and
Why?
she'll hold it. So it's got like all these runes carved all over it.
Oh.
This, my friend, is a relic of an ancient, long-dead civilization. Archaeologists generally like to collect this sort of thing.
Oh, well, I'll go ahead and make a deception check.
All right. If I don't, I've got my Patreon die all queued up for this one.
Nice, nice. They, I got theory. Okay.
Toss in some out of character. I'll toss in some persuasion if I need to.
Do you want to assist with anything? Do you have like any intimidation or anything you want to add, Razor?
Razor.
I'd say this with 10 charisma.
Nice.
I hope this will not be an issue.
I rolled pretty high, so I think I'll be okay. So that's God numbers. 23.
Okay. Let's see. Make it 20 gold, and we'll accept this as the remainder.
You have yourself a deal, sir.
He clearly thinks he's won out in this arrangement.
Yeah.
And she'll give him like a kind of, I don't know, not quite a come hither smile, but like sort of approaching that boundary. Kind of trying to get him to work on the paperwork that, or like move this along.
Nice.
But she'll hand over 20 gold and the horn.
Okay. Nice. There's it's sort of like whiteout, but it's magical, so it actually just erases the name entirely, the entry entirely. Ward was never here. Thank you.
Your discretion is impeccable.
I'll be right back with the ward. Turn and head
Appreciate your expedition.
towards like the extra deferential bow to the tough-looking Razor. And kind of shuffles out through the back. Sinister, you see...
I'm talking to the other guys, and they're so, my goddess, Shar, she's awesome. Straight up, she came in, rescued me. We fought a purple worm, succeeded. It was awesome. I would like you to spread the word and how dope she is. And I'm kind of her champion. I'm kind of a big deal.
Nice.
So Sinister is now an evangelist.
Awesome. Yeah, Sinister, go and make a persuasion check with the bearded human.
Okay,
They're,
it's crystal.
they've been having fun.
Persuasion. Persuasion. Let's see. What is my persuasion? Ridiculous. 29.
Okay. The human, the bearded human, seems to be pretty interested in it. I'm gonna look up one of their churches.
Hey, since we're buddies and you're my best friend right now,
Yeah.
have you heard of the Justakar?
I can't say that I have. Should I? Should I have heard of them?
Does it make me seem cooler in your mind to know them?
Are yeah. I mean, that sounds
Because
pretty
I'm
cool.
what I am a champion of the Justakar under Shar.
Oh.
It's a
Well,
big deal.
You strike me as a very big deal.
I am.
Well, thank you for opening my eyes to this. I'm gonna look into the Shar. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna turn to the noble on the side. Yeah. Hey buddy. Have you heard about it?
They seem
My Lord and
relatively disinterested or preoccupied. It's a little more that they're like in their own head most of this time.
I kind of want to be annoying to the point and just kind of like casually like showing my bling.
Nice. And you see them sort of respond here and there, like, but not really giving any acknowledgments or nods or anything like that. They're just really shut down into themselves for the most part. But you do see a gentleman shuffle up to one of the guards, and bespectacled gentleman in his early 40s or so that does something to the guards. One of the guards comes over with keys, jingle, 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 jingle. Opens up the door. Well, seems like you've got friends in high places. Free to go.
Yeah, I mean they're actually pretty late, but thank you. Just remember, my Lord and Savior Shar will get you far. If you put all your faith in her, she might give you some magical socks or something. Peace.
It's an amazing motto. You start walking towards the open door, and the guard steps forward and closes it most of the way, just like halting you in the cell with this gate open about this much. You can get away with this the first time. No matter how high up your friends are, it won't work the same second time.
Oh, I get the feeling that you miss my company, and that's totally cool. But it's pretty super gross in here, and I'll try not to make it another time. Okay?
Takes a step back. And he'll kind of, he still has to guide you by the chains until you come out. So he's going to guide you up front until you reach the very front. Thank you for the raid. Mark all the things. Yay, thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Nice. Manacled up to the front. Liazana, Ashavar, you see Sinister in the shackles being brought up to the front. After they're around the front counter, the guard takes the keys to the shackles and puts them back on his waistband. Nods and looks over at you, Ashavar and Razor, and gives a nod and heads back in. Sinister, you don't feel that magic drawing energy any longer. And your friends are here. Ashavar. I mean, you can probably tell it's Ashavar. And then Razor, that looks
By
a
the
little like
height.
Liazana, but extra tough.
I am so hungry, you guys. Thanks for coming.
Ashavar will go over and say, and like take Sinister by the arm and say, oh, come now, Rob. We must get you home. Get you cleaned up. You look a fright. Come now. Come now.
Thank you.
Come, Razor.
Yes, Razor.
And we walk out.
Do you have my umbrella?
Excuse you.
Razor brought two
Yeah.
sandwiches for now. Just kidding. Knuckle.
And yeah, I'll like be hustling him out the door, kind of like fussing and also being stern.
Okay, nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. And then you can just hear him just complain, but I didn't. Okay, I'm sorry.
Awesome. All right, and the three of you commence your journey back to the ship. The teleportation pad isn't very far away to bring you down to that market board and out to the docks. Meanwhile, back on the ship, we have Relith and Zia. It's not too long, another 20 minutes or so before your patron arrives and walks up the gangplank and wait, calls out to Vic, who's up at the top of the ship. Unless you're waiting at the top of the ship, otherwise he'll
Oh,
just.
she would have been. She would have been waiting for him. For sure.
Oh, Relith. Oh, how exciting! And he's in like his prim and proper archaeological dig site vest. Almost like he's ready for safari. But like way over the top, the big pack, all the different magnifying glass, the little tools hanging off the little loops on either side of the pack.
Look at you. You ready to go?
Oh,
You look good. Everything great.
The other individual should be here soon. Sometimes they run a bit late.
Who did you ask to come with you?
Oh, I don't think you know them.
Okay.
We'll save introductions for when they arrive.
Sure. Absolutely.
So thrilled.
It is very exciting.
He puts his hand on your shoulder and kind of pats, gives a squeeze. You must be excited too, yes?
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Unlock more of the secrets of Macaw?
Yeah. I'm super excited.
Well, you said that your friend might be here as well. Celestial heritage.
Yes. I look around for Zia. Is she here on the deck?
Yeah, I would probably, I'm assuming maybe hear a little bit of like this conversation maybe. I don't know. Your patron seems to be pretty larger than life,
Yeah.
so I'm assuming it would probably be heard. So I was probably having a conversation with Vic, who was probably prepping, some appetizers or something to kind of get going. And also potentially we have a like welcome back from prison and a flipped over. If you flip over, it says, sorry, you died. Because we don't know yet. And yeah, so that's all set up. And I'll be like, I should probably go and walk down.
Nice.
Here they are. Zia, over here.
Hey,
Hey,
long time no see.
Oh.
Yes.
Hello. Pleasure to be back. How wonderful. How delightful. So, gosh, actually, Relith, I think you shared this, but correct me if I'm wrong. Did you share like how, like some of the? I think you shared how like the altar, like in the house, like attunes to Zia, right? Like how it had like sort of almost left for her. It had been attuned.
I had at least like hinted at it. Yeah, vagueness. Yes. At least.
Awesome.
Okay.
Wonderful. So this island, it's almost as though it's yours. Oh, do you know the connection between you and the island, Zia?
Yeah. So it's definitely celestial build. And I think I might have lived there at some point. It's hard to say, false memories and intrigue and murder and all that fun stuff.
Oh. Well, I hope and expect that we'll find answers with the threshold runic inscriptions that you spoke of, that Brelith spoke of in the doorways. What could possibly be behind them? Oh,
yeah. And we had recently transcribed a codex too that might help with accelerating some of the transportation.
Wait, did you already? I think you gave him some of the pages, right? Or no,
Yeah,
not
I
yet.
think so.
Okay. Ah, yes.
I think we might have, or if we don't, we would exchange now.
Okay.
Probably some of them.
Oh, yes, I'm sure there's much to be done, but while we wait for my compatriot, do you mind if I get started looking at your work with these
For
pages?
sure, of course. We have some food set up if you'd like to come to the,
Please.
I guess we're
Yes.
calling it the cafeteria, the mess hall
The-
area.
Galley. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I always do much better work with
Yeah.
the full stomach. Oh,
Mm.
this selection of cheese. Yes, please lead the way.
If you want to go down with Sia,
Mm,
I'm waiting on a friend as well, so I'm going to I'll be down in a few minutes.
Are
of
you
course.
are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are looking over something. I just want to just stand here and wait, and I'll make sure that your friend, that your compatriot gets down to where they need to go
Okay.
when they get here.
We definitely want your expertise, obviously, like
Of course.
you're our archaeologist. Like
Mm,
Yes. Yes, and she'll kind of look proudly at her
mm.
patron. Yes,
Fine
I'll
work.
be down there if they're. When is your friend coming?
Well, they should have been here when I arrived, but
Okay, I'll just wait here like 20 minutes, and if they're not here, I'll head down. I'll head over and meet y'all.
perfect.
Okay.
Oh, it's already like, yes, and kind of shuffling through the pages already. He makes his way down to the galley with Zia to get some food. Vic, gives a nod and sets out some additional snack type foods. Breland, are you waiting for anyone else outside of this?
Well, she was kind of she'll keep an eye out, of course, for the other person, but then she's also waiting to see if Leah's on and then get back.
Ah, okay. It's a little bit of waiting. In fact,
Sure.
right, the other role was not okay. While you're waiting, there's a small group, like 4 or 5 guards from the ship across the dock that disembark with Titania walking along in the center of them. They head down their gangplank and up your gangplank for the Tempest. And as they're walking up, Titania kind of yeah, and has them sort of wait. They kind of position up at the bottom of the gangplank and a few of them up as she walks. Oh,
Titania, hi.
Hello.
So good to see you. What brings you to our ship today?
Well, I wanted to coordinate. I know that I'll be traveling with you. All will be
Yes.
traveling alongside. I think you mentioned
Yes.
Macaw, though, right? To her?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know, I think you said that we can't all go. But no, we were going to tether one ship to yours and see if
Yes.
if that worked. But I was wondering if I could ride aboard your ship for this. So if only your ship goes,
Yeah.
I'm not left behind.
Absolutely. You can definitely. I'm getting a little overexcited. You can definitely just be on here with us.
Exciting.
Yes.
I just, my vision showed me that I needed to be traveling with you. I don't want to miss
Oh,
what
sure.
I'm looking
No.
for. I mean, I don't know if it's on Macaw, but I did see myself finding it alongside all of you. Wonderful. All right.
We're
very
so
well.
glad to have you. Yeah, you can stay on here for as long as you want to.
Great.
We actually have some other archaeologists on board as well. So
Lovely.
it's exciting.
These guards are my closest guards. I they wanted to send a contingent of 2 dozen people with me, but I can handle myself. But these will have to come with me. Is that all right?
Sure, we plenty of room.
Oh, there's sailors as well. They can help you man the ship if you wish them to. If you wish them,
Okay.
they have to be around me. But I can spend most of my time in my quarters so that none of us are a nuisance.
Oh,
If
no,
that's what works.
Tania, you're not going to be a nuisance. It's fine. You can have free room of the ship.
Oh, thank you.
There's a galley. There's always food available usually. Sometimes we definitely have barrels of jam. It's really
Oh.
tasty. Um, if you see a dragon on board, don't mind it. I think you've maybe if you haven't, I can't remember if she's met Carmine or not. If you see a small dragon on board,
No,
that's mine. That's Carmine.
nothing.
So don't be afraid.
Right?
So yeah, if
Very
anything,
well.
he'll just ignore you.
Oh,
Yeah, please,
okay.
make yourself at home.
I will. Thank you. Um, lovely. So she is going to board the ship with her 5 folks. Sarah, can you show me to, or direct me, or have someone direct me to wherever I'll be staying? Just get this all set up. Do you have enough
Absolutely.
cabins?
I'm sure we do.
You've got
Do I know if
20
we
in
have enough
total, so
cabins?
there's plenty. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
There's
If it
20 for
comes down,
passengers, 20 for crew.
okay, okay,
Nice.
all right, all right. I was gonna say if it came down to like we started running out of rooms, Brie would totally be like giving her room up to someone
Aw,
for
that's
sure.
sweet. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So
All right.
she'll give them like kind of hurriedly, probably like
Yeah.
wanting to get back
Yeah.
to where to the gangplank.
All right.
But be like, okay, here you go. Like
Thank you.
here's the galley. Give her like
Thank you.
a very quick tour.
Oh, lovely. Yes.
I
Oh,
have to.
okay. We're going. Yes.
Yes, yes. I have to
all
go
right.
back to the gangplank to wait for some
Oh, go, go,
some
go, go.
friends that are
Edith,
coming.
go. Stop. Go.
But please
Go. You're
make
gone.
yourself at
You're
home.
gone.
Okay, bye, bye. And she'll run back to the gangplank to wait.
Okay. So she kind of settles in. The guards take rooms on either side, like 2 across the hall, 3 or 2 on either side of her, 3 across the hall. And not long after that, Liazana, Sinister, and Ashavar return. I mean, Razor, Ashavar, and Sinister return.
Rob
Nope.
Danger.
Razor, Ashavar, and Rob Danger return.
So Brilith recognizes Rob Danger, but
Mhm.
Razor no.
Well, you would have seen the disguise when we
Okay,
left because you
okay.
gave Liazana a hug.
Okay.
But for a moment, you're like,
That's
who's
true.
that badass?
Right. Right. Where's the Asana? Okay.
I'm Razor.
Brilith will definitely give Liazan a hug as they get back on the ship, and and give Sinister a hug too. Sinister, what?
Yeah.
You're okay.
I've been to jail before,
Okay.
just not on the surface.
Okay. Did they have food there for you?
I didn't stay long enough to eat. How about that?
Oh, well, that's
It
nice.
probably would have been terrible because they sent me to this place where I was supposed to like defecate or urinate, but I was scared of germs. That any need to have to alleviate myself of waste was frightened out
Sure.
of me.
See, it wasn't that. I mean, the two of you did great. You did wonderful. You got Sinister back.
Yep.
Everything
Ash-
go okay?
I actually think it was wrongful imprisonment, to be honest with you. They didn't even give me charges, so there's
Do
that.
they wait? Why would they put someone who's not actually guilty in prison?
Oh, they gave me the charges, all right.
Okay.
Also,
Nice.
Ashavar would like kind of give Liazana a little like very soft punch in the arm, and pretty good at that acting.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
You did
I
acting?
tried.
Liazana.
Oh, Liazana was great. Most intimidating, scary looking, sullen bodyguard ever.
I
Do
believe
it.
it.
Give me a taste. Give me a taste. I didn't get to see the performance.
Yeah, I want to see
Aw.
it. I want to see a preview, Liazana, please.
Oh no.
Do it for me.
Okay. She like starts like blushing. Well, I'm Razor, and I'm very intimidating.
You
Yeah.
are
That's so good.
super scary.
Good job.
There's someone at the top of the gangplank, half-orc woman. It's like, very intimidating. Yes. Hello.
Oh,
Hi.
you must be the other. You must be my my patron's friend, the other archaeologist.
Yes, yes. Reaches out, a large forearm, hand, arm, and Diana, Miss Splitter.
Oh, Diana.
Those strong
Well,
shape.
what a grip. Hi, I'm Brilith.
It's all the grave
I
digging.
yeah, right. Yeah. Understandable.
Mm. A quick description for her.
Yes.
She is again half orc, maybe early to mid 20s. She has long dyed blue mohawk in here, and the sides are sort of short stubble. Brown eyes, green skin, very vascular. Stands about 6'5", and has on the somewhat of a regular build, but it's a little more muscular than your typical build.
Like She-Hulk?
Yeah, yep. She has a nose piercing on her right hand side, and oh yeah, introductions. Yeah, and the rest of you are.
Oh, I'm
Uh.
Ashavar. This is my friend Rob and Razor. These are not our real names. We're rehearsing a play.
We are
Fun.
in costume.
How do you do?
Oh,
Hello.
I
I am
ooh.
a normal person of normal
Good.
lineage.
Nice.
They're so good.
Normal and intimidating.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
what I'm here for.
Ah,
Mhm.
wonderful.
All right,
Well,
Rob, why don't we go get you some food? It was
Yes,
very
I
nice
am
to meet
hungry.
you.
I am in need of some gabagool.
Yes. In fact, that's where my patron is now. So they'll be glad to see you.
Well, I
I'll
can
take you.
dig into that. She elbows you, Brila. Huh?
Oh,
Archaeologist
yeah.
humor. Let's go.
Yes. Let's go.
Ashavar is gonna go down and take her disguise off, and then go up to the kitchen.
I'm gonna go with Ashvar.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to my quarters.
Okay.
To get back into Sinister gear because we have guests.
Nice. Okay. Liaison. I mean, Razor. Are you shifting back to Liaisana?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know. Like maybe
She's
I'm
gonna
just yeah.
Like Ashavar, we definitely need to like remember how we did this for next time. Because I feel like we'll need this again.
Nice. You take a mental snapshot, Ashavar.
Mhm.
Like, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So, Zia and gosh, we've got everyone sort of down in the galley. Brelith, if you're heading down there with
Mm-hmm.
the new part, Diana, Sinister, Ashavar, Liaisana all kind of get changed and shift back and head down to
Do
the
I
galley.
realize that Titania's retinue is up wandering around?
They're all sort of down in there. Like you have a crew, you have the top, the first deck below deck, and then the passengers are below that. So you don't know yet. But
Okay.
once you enter the galley, you'll see Titania there with the 5 guards sort of positioned around the room.
So just immediate like
Mm-hmm. She sort of greeted everyone as everyone came in. No, Sinister! No! Good to see you, Kat.
and then it was like immediate panic and then just like, all right, be cool. And he's gonna go and sit in his normal chair by his wine what is it, the wine closet?
There's a whole
whatever.
cabinet there, like, yeah.
And just start mage handing stuff over and just like, gestures like, do you want to drink? To Titania. Yeah, okay. And then he's gonna message like, "This supposed to be some big deal, whatever. Just be cool. Yeah. How's your day? I went to jail."
That is a message, so but her face gonna goes like replies. Oh,
And then
tell me about
like,
that.
I will. And then just wine bottles, and he just said that just to see her reaction, and just kind of laughed at it.
Awesome. Okay, so I mean, ultimately, while everyone is here, if there's anything you want to discuss, please discuss. Otherwise, it's just sort of the benefactor waiting for, you know, Titania's like, give the word, and we'll sail out of port together and tether our ship to yours. Otherwise, we'll be ready. And the benefactor's like, yeah, the sooner, the better. The discoveries that await, they've eagerly just been out of reach for so long. We must bring them into the light, bring them to the people.
Yes. Oh, great.
Um,
Yeah.
Um, so definitely like as the Nasir was coming in, Vic and Zia were probably turning around the banner from the "Sorry you died" to the "Glad you got out," and hoping nobody notices. And then kind of trying. Probably there are a lot of small conversations going, and trying to basically bring in and probably going to kind of core group first, like
mhm.
Liazetta, Brilith, Ashvar, Sinister, Cassius, and being like, hey, okay, so we kind of told everybody here that we're going to Macaw, but then we got the information from that Kinky, thanks in huge part to Brilith from Liazana, like
Me.
pulling out some great work there. Zia will
I
totally
mean,
ignore that. And then, so we need to figure out, do we want to go to McCollum or I think it's, I wrote it down for like the 80th time, and I still can't find it in my notes.
Olmsted.
Oh, McCullumstead.
McCollumstead, yeah, or to Macaw first.
I believe that this is supposed to be an ancient island of mythos and fairy tale, and we're just dragging just people there. It's not secret anymore, but whatever. I kind of want to see that hill giant again and see if we can find another dragon egg. And it'll be a dope place for a date.
Also, it would probably be inconvenient to have all of these people who are already prepared leave and then try to reorganize them again at a later date.
Yeah. I probably would say that they probably went to get there to the island first.
I'm strongly against it, but somewhat for it.
Sure.
That makes sense completely.
I feel like we've already had this conversation, but yeah, I think that seeing that we've already said, brought my patron on board, that we should go to the island first.
Okay.
I don't completely trust his motives, but okay.
And if
What do you-
anything, if we want to, even if it's like we go there and maybe it'll take a while for them to do what they need to do, and then if we wanted to, we could leave someone trustworthy to watch over them and head off. How far in between? Do you know, Tia, how far it is in between like McCall or like where we would, we kind of assume McCall kind of is to like where we need to go for, uh, the other place?
I want to say that McCollumstead was actually fairly close, if I remember correctly. Totally correct me, Dan, if I'm wrong. But it was like like I think it was like only like 4 days or something. I don't remember it being longer than that, but it might have been.
I think it was
And
close
then-
to Staffney Island. It was like 4 days from
okay.
that, but we went here. So, but still, with this ship and how fast it goes, it's like 5 weeks of flying instead of like 4 months.
Okay, that's a lot better, but also it would be way faster to go to Macaw.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And if we say we're going there for a few days, and then because the fact that like one of the books might be there, it might be really, really good for us to have at least one in our possession.
Sure.
And then I can tell Titania what an ocean is because there's an entire room that's a beach.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
You guys have no concept of what an ocean is. You fly around in this air.
Well, we've seen it. We've been in the beach room.
but you had no frame of reference until me.
Mm,
You're
mm.
welcome.
Or until Macaw is where we got our reference.
Well, if I
I
was
mean-
to tell you that things like this exist, you would think I was crazy.
I mean, I technically grew up there, so
But you don't remember it, so
I mean, potato.
Cassius is gonna sort of, well, yeah, I agree. I think Macaw's the way to go, but something's come up for me. Something with my brothers. And related to us. This ancient technology. I think that both my brothers might have some information on what's going on. One sort of on the pirate side, the other with the United Aviation Federation, and Lucius is here on Atmos. I found out.
the pirate swaggy. Oh my god, he's here.
Oh, it's the other one. I
Oh,
don't
oh.
know if
The
I
Federation.
worry that my other brother's here with this new ship. There's some word of pirates maybe trying to sabotage. I don't know, but I want to talk to both of them, and before anything gets out of hand with them, and maybe get some more insight as to what the pirates are looking for with this, and what the Federation is looking for with it. I think, with everyone's okay, I'm just gonna take a little time, stay here on Atmos, talk to my brothers, get to the bottom of this, and I'll check back in with you, as soon as I can, once you're back at port.
Sinister is gonna just message him. This isn't like a secret rendezvous with like a super tall sky giant again, is it?
He messages back. Damn, I hope not.
I don't think he knew that Sinister was there, so that probably would have been like, what?
Nice. But
We're
How
not
long
going
do
to.
you? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
how long?
Yeah, how long do you like? Just ballpark. We're really gonna miss you. You've been here. You're the first person I met here.
Yeah. You all mean a lot to me, and I want to get back as quickly as I can. I'm hoping no more than a week, but sometimes my younger brother's a little harder to find than my older brother in the Federation. It's as soon as I can get answers. At
Just don't
least
get
a week.
yourself killed.
I'm gonna do my damnedest. Gonna miss you all.
Philip will give him a huge hug
Oh, feel like I'm
and like pat his head
Yeah.
because she's
Oh,
done that
all
a
right,
couple of
all
times.
righty. I'll miss you too. Pat's up on your shoulder. It shouldn't be long, and I'll miss you all terribly. I'll be back.
Just if you get thrown into jail, just let us know. Ashabar can get you out.
Oh,
And I'll
And-
tag along.
And Liazana.
nice. If I find anything really important, I'll be sure to message if I can.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna pack up and ship out before you disembark. I'll see you all soon. Voices.
Take care.
We'll give him another hug.
Oh, nice. All right. he's gonna
Sinister,
message-
Sinister just kind of, just
Mhm. He gives you the same like.
like
Yeah, nice. All right. And that's so for viewers. Deontay's just taking a bit of a break. He has some stuff real life stuff that's come up, so he's on a little hiatus. He wants to come back as soon as he can. So, Cassius is going to be off taking care of business in the meantime.
Yeah.
So, listen. Okay, so he gets his stuff, and Lupin and heads, disembarks. Um, are you all ready to disembark yourself and head? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, you've got the whole crew is starts bustling about the ship. Eden, everyone's helping. Guardian, all the different people. Boots is up there. Everyone is doing their best to prepare the ship. It's been docked for a good bit. You disembark Titania's ship, about not quite twice the size, but almost so. Disembarks just after you, and you both take the usual flight pattern away from the docks, away from Atmos Isles, and very carefully the other ship draws up behind you, and you're able to sort of tether it with a number of intertwined ropes. Looks almost like webbing when it's done, like a 12-foot wide thing of webbing from the aft, or whatever, the bow rather, of your ship, connecting to the front of theirs, or vice, whatever it is, back of your ship to the front of theirs. And Kip, comes around to Lizana. All right, Captain, so the ship's ready to go. You give the word. I'm working in tandem with Ascendant Stone with our ship to try and accelerate the same time, so we don't, rip anything apart. Um, but here they know the dangers. And they have auxiliary ships prepared in case anything happens to their ship, their lifeboats and such, in case we rip it in half with this. Yeah, I'm just gonna say once again, I'm a bit against this since it seems a bit dangerous. But what do I know? I just steer the ship. That's it. So you give the word, and we're good to go.
I mean, I agree. This is gonna be pretty dangerous, but we won't know until we try.
Right?
So, check us out.
All right.
Quick question, Dan.
Oh yeah.
As far as timeline,
Yeah.
did we pick up Ash before or after we went to Macaw?
It was our
That
second
was way
time
out.
going
Mr.
back.
PT.
No,
Those are-
she's been to Macaw. They've been to Macaw.
Yeah, we found
Yeah.
her
Because-
on Macaw.
because they were helping.
She
She
was
was
on
helping with translating.
Sim Hazy Isles. Mhm.
Oh yes, I'm hazy.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
Yeah, Ashmore was helping with translating one time. I
Yeah,
remember that
in fact,
clearly.
Our second time going back.
Yeah. So she's
Okay.
been there. You picked her up just before you went the first time because you tested
think
that
so.
thing after you left Sim Hazy, and that's what
Right,
got
right.
you there. Mm-hmm.
And she's been mostly working on the engine type stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because she used to work on the United Aviation Federation on those designs and stuff, building the new airships, designing those. So she probably knows, the sun rays. She is, familiar with some of that.
All of those questions were leading up to if Ashavar doesn't see her on the deck, she's going to go down to engineering and be like, "Hey, come on, we're going back to Macaw. You can't be stuck down here with all this smoke when there's going to be a beautiful view in like 10 minutes. Let's go."
We're heading back to Macaw. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Ashbar. Let's get on up there. I hate to miss that. Oh, all right. Wait. Let me gather my notes. I don't want to forget those. She heads to her room to collect all the notes from the studying and other things you've all done, and heads up to join you on deck.
Alrighty.
Both ships, the arcane engines hum, powering up as Kip then starts going at normal speed along with the other ships, so that both ships match speed, increasing speed before pulling that lever.
Oh, goodness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
I love that.
Yep.
That was
It's
such a
lever
moment.
time.
Yep. Yep.
It is awesome. It's such an amazing moment. Oh my gosh.
Bro, do you need help?
Like Ghost and the pottery. engaging this alternate engine and function of the ship, the Tempest, this ancient arcane airship, and it draws you. Um, and again, the on the map that shows you navigating the world, you now kind of stay in position, but you can see space moving around you. It seems like space itself is moving, and the ship is stationary as it folds, space time to bring you to at about 15 minutes time. The island of Macaw, as though it appears in the distance. Let me share a picture. I'll put it in Discord. We
Share
haven't
it.
seen it in a while.
I think Sinister would have been by Titania, considering this would have been her first experience on this, and that is pretty freaky.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, for sure then. Oh, that's great.
Like, probably would have warned her about it.
Nice. Be prepared. Be prepared. Oh my gosh, I moved everything. I don't know where my folder is now. Where's my I put it here. I'm sorry, I'll have to do it later. I have nowhere. I moved everything with the fresh install. I
Oh,
don't know where
no.
it's at. Anyway, the cool floating
Super
island of
awesome.
Macaw. I mean, it's a small-ish island, as though it's been torn out of whatever's well below the Omega Ocean below you. Conical rock shape at the bottom, but it's about a mile wide from one edge to the other, covered in lush forest. In the center, a towering mountain that has a waterfall that cascades from the top down the front, forming a sweeping river that runs about a half mile until the edge of the island just pours off. It's a seemingly endless waterfall. At the top of this mountain, the mountain's peak, there is this looks almost like a castle from this distance. The homestead. You begin going into that typical orbit that you follow here. The ship engages in like a self-docking procedure and brings you around the island once as you draw closer. You see again. There's different a lot of lush forest. Still a lot of heavily stone-laden river towards the end where it falls off the end. Everything seems to be really lush this time of year. Although, as you go around, you see once again, as you saw the last time you disembarked, one area of the forest over in the back that looks as though it's halfway through fall. Everything's sort of dark. Like even the light doesn't seem to stick to the trees in that area. Everything's orange and browns and a bit pale there for whatever reason. You continue around towards the front, and the ship passes through the waterfall as you probably become accustomed to. Washing across, everything's getting like battened down, and and everyone that's on deck that it gives a heads up.
It was just sprawled out on the top deck.
Umbrella. Already
Yeah.
umbrella.
This is now the shower thing.
Now.
Give it to me, waterfall. Just showering everyone on the upper deck in water as you pass through into this cavernous section within the mountain. There's actual water in here behind the waterfall that joins the waterfall as it cascades over the edge, and a wooden deck here that you can port against. The ship automatically drops down and lowers into the water, bobbing in the water as it lands. The cool air in here of the cave is nice on the skin. You get the refreshing water, the cool air in your skin, and this hot midsummer's day. You've arrived at the island of Macaw. Your patron's already like up waiting for the crew to bring the gangplank over, and Diana is. Titania's just sort of awestruck, like, well, that's something.
It really is.
Did the tether work, Dan?
The ship is in flames. I know, just kidding. Yeah. As you, being so caught up in the moment. Like, oh, right. The ship behind us.
We were
And
tugboating.
the other ship has been pulled in behind you. It's still sort of hovering in the air, and the crew's trying to figure out, what is this? Like, why is
Sure.
there a body of water this big? And can we land our ship in it? So they hover for a while before, they shout down, like, we're figuring it out. As you start getting ready and setting the
Yes,
gangplank
land.
down. They give it a shot. They lower. Gonna splash into the water.
Rayla
Their
stands at
engines
the edge of the deck.
oh, free lift.
Titanic style.
Nice. And it seems to be buoyant and resistant. That whatever they need to do to keep it airborne seems to also keep the water out. Thankfully. Yeah. So both ships have arrived. The other one, they like someone learning how to park is. Well, they're just trying to like inch it forward with the arcane engines to get on the other side of the dock.
This way.
Yeah.
Come on.
Arcane engine stalls out.
Yeah.
Not enough gas.
You flooded it. So they get set up eventually. Yeah. Do you all, once the gangplanks sit down, what do you all want to do? You're back in Macaw in the cave.
How is Carmine? Is Carmine doing okay?
You don't see Carmine.
Like,
You want to look around?
well, yeah. Yeah.
A little bit of panic might set in. Oh my gosh.
Sure.
Carmine.
For
Where's
sure.
Carmine? Go ahead and
Yeah,
make
yeah.
an investigation check.
Okay.
All right, what are you checking? What areas? Like, what's your plan?
Well, she would definitely first check the room. Then she would probably check the deck because she knows like he likes to fly around the deck.
Mhm.
If she didn't see him in the deck, she would check the galley,
Mhm.
and then
Hmm.
yeah, those three places top.
Okay.
No.
Let's go. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Here we go. All right.
Yeah.
Go make your investigation check. Let me know what you got.
We're going to use lucky. Let's put these up here so it doesn't hit them. Okay, that's a little bit better. A 15?
Okay. All right. You look all over the ship. You don't see Carmine.
Maybe I start playing the ABCs of fighting.
As you're searching, what does everyone else want to do?
Zia would probably just be trailing behind the patron as the assistant, just being like, I'll show you where we're going. We can start looking, and we'd probably be just heading towards the elevator.
Oh, very well. Oh, this is magnificent already. He's like wiping tears from his eyes, like this.
Yeah, it's whatever.
But and he tries to like
handkerchief.
Yeah.
Get a grip, dude.
Oh, and so he goes on about his business and starts checking that out with your presence and instruction. Sinister, what are you up to?
I'm going to give Titania a tour of the house.
Yeah, you will.
Nice.
And I'm gonna
Lovely.
be like, and the best thing about getting arrested and stuff, I learned nothing from this experience. It was fun. You want to see the ocean? And then he's gonna basically just go, this is my room, and show everybody's room. We all have our own rooms, and only we can get in our own rooms.
Oh,
so
that's fantastic.
You still see like the the trucker like lady like on the back, like on the back of a mud flap, like the lady like sitting down.
Nice, nice.
And then he opens
Yes.
up and like the unseen servants on stripper poles, like he just kind of vanishes away. Like,
Oh. um.
this-
Yes. And you're able to
takes
kinda
her
give
to
it
the
a tour.
library, takes her to the concert hall,
Nice.
takes her outside,
Mm.
and shows her like the backyard. This is where we
Everything the light
found.
touches. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
That's
where we
great.
found a hill giant. He's probably gonna be around here somewhere. He's really nice. Don't be scared.
Oh.
He's huge.
Okay.
And we also found a dragon, Carmine.
Incredible.
But he was a dragon. He was in a giant egg
Oh.
and stuff. Here's where I got in a fight
Nice.
with everybody in the kitchen.
Ooh.
And then these are the guest rooms, and I'm gonna show you to the beach.
Okay.
But first, do you have swim attire?
No.
You should always have swim attire. I do. I think I might have something.
Oh, all right.
Okay, I'll be back. And then
Okay.
he's just gonna go and get a bunch of stuff, picnic stuffs, umbrellas and stuff. And
Nice.
he's gonna like give her like something, like a little something to put on, because he does have drag.
Nice.
So he goes and gives her something, and he's like, here's your guest room, okay? You can change. Just meet me back at this door when you're done. And
All right.
it's gonna
Thank
be
you.
fun.
I look forward to it. And so two of you are going through the house and touring it, and getting all that set up. Shavar, what are you up to as they're doing those things?
I'm not an archaeologist,
Mhm.
so
Nice.
and actually, um, sorry, up like the elevator.
Mhm.
Is the rest of the island completely forest, or is there um, like the parts around the mountain are like thick forests, or
It's all thick forest except the river kind of cuts through the forest in the front where the waterfall lands, but then that opens up to a wider river with a little bit of rocky river bank and a little bit of a grassy area outside of that, but effectively all lush forest except that part of the forest in the back that's
Yeah.
sort of like
well, she's gonna tell Ash and also Boots, if he's within earshot. I don't want to get go down into that stuffy dark area with the celestial door until I've had a walk. You guys want to come? So basically, she's gonna take a walk down the river with them if they want to.
okay. And who was it again? Ash.
Ash and Boots.
And Boots does like a big cat stretch. The cat cow. Yeah. Forget about that noise. Let's get down there, take a walk.
Already forgotten, bro.
Nice. And Ash is like, all right. Oh yeah, there's gonna be plenty of time for us to go get in there and do all our business. Let's Ooh, it's lovely here. It feels a little cooler here too. Could just be this cave, but yeah, let's go. I mean, I haven't really been outside that much here either, right? So
Yeah.
explore a little. Fun.
That's what I'm thinking.
All
Maybe some of these
right.
trees are climbable.
Oh, I love it. All right, they'll both head out with you. There's that side sort of cave stairway that walks up a few switchbacks and opens up onto a bit of a plateau a little ways up on the side of the mountain that then has switchbacks down to the forest. You begin traversing that. Liazana, as you go to take a drink. Not just kidding. Sorry, yeah. What do you want to be up to as everyone's doing this?
And sorry, remind me again. Was Rita still looking for Carmine, or did she already leave?
And Brilith would have been, she's not getting off that ship until she finds Carmine.
Um,
So you're just
it-
running around, just like,
because I'm wondering if Lisanna's like run into you at some point while you're looking for Carmine.
You probably see her in the kitchen, like opening up a cask of jelly.
Carmine?
Okay, so she'll go over to Brilith. Are you looking for Carmine?
I think he's gone. I can't find him. I've looked in my room. I've looked on the deck. I've looked in other rooms. I'm looking now here, and I can't find him anywhere on the ship. And I should have checked before we left before, but I didn't because everything was so crazy and there were all kinds of things happening. And so now I'm looking now that we're here and he's not here, and I'm worried that we left him behind, or maybe he flew off and he thought we were going to stay there and he didn't know that we were leaving.
Brilith, it's okay. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. I don't think Carmine's gonna leave us. I think maybe he either is hiding, either Carmine is hiding, or maybe Carmine flew off somewhere here. I can help you look. I mean, I can speak Draconic, so I can help you.
You were teaching me. Tried to say a couple of words while I've been looking, and nothing's responded back to me. So could you help? Could you help me?
I'll help you look for Carmine, and she'll start speaking. Let's see, what's she gonna say? In Draconic, she'll say, Carmine friend, where are you? Brilith is worried.
Are you going to sort of wait for a response, or are you going to like search as you're saying that?
Search as I'm saying it.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check with advantage. It's the two of you are looking and you're speaking out to him.
Nat 20. So, and I'm sorry, you said investigation?
Mm-hmm.
So that makes a 22 total.
Nice. Okay. You are going about the ship up and down, and you get down to the not the crew deck, but below that, the passenger deck, to one of the rooms you're stepping through, and you trip over nothing. And and you kind of
Also the floor.
yeah. And shimmering into visibility, Carmine looks sleepy, like they're waking up.
She'll she'll, I mean, of course, fall to the ground, and she'll be like, try to be a little dazed a little bit. She'll be like, look back. Oh, Carmine, we found you. in Draconic.
They put their head under your chin to kind of help you up off the floor.
Thank you.
A little
Thank you, Carmine.
dragon leg.
Thank you. I'm sorry I tripped over you.
Also does a cat-cow stretch. Looks around, goes over to Brilith and gives a little rub on the shins.
Hey, I didn't know you would come down here. Guess I'll look here next time. I'm glad you're okay.
There's walking out of the room.
Scritch before it leaves.
He just pokes his head into the hallway and kind of looks both directions. Looks back at the two of you and then walks out into the hallway and out into the ship.
I don't think he likes me, Lisanna.
I think Carmine does like you. It's just, I don't know.
He
Maybe
walks
Carmine
back in,
just-
nuzzles you on the leg again, almost like in a frustrated way, like, of course I like you, and then turns around and walks back out into the hallway.
I
Okay.
think Carmine likes you, but I think Carmine just needs to, like, maybe they're tired.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Liasan. She'll give her a hug. Thank you for helping me to find him.
You're welcome.
Ready to go on the island? Have some fun?
Sure, it's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
All right. Two of you begin to head up, and Zia, what are you? You've brought the benefactors over to the elevator. Do you want to just sort of babysit, or do you want to like get them set up, and then is there anything that you want to do now that we're here?
Yeah, so I would probably describe with them how that there's a library upstairs and then there's the doors downstairs. And so that those would be the two primary areas where information could be gathered. And so Thea would probably leave like the codex that we had found with them if they want to stay there, and then head to the library and give an invitation if anybody else wanted to come to the library or to see the tapestry that was upstairs as well.
Oh, okay, nice. All right.
But that would definitely be a choice, and we would get through it all eventually, probably.
Gotcha. Okay. Nice. Gosh, a benefactor. Dana's gonna stay down and like start working all the basics out of everything you've gotten in your codex that you transcribed and figured out. The sequence is just going to start the base work for all of that, tying it all together. The benefactor definitely wants to check out this library and see, the tapestry and the history of this place. So they'll take you up on all of that stuff. The rest of the crew, once the ship is settled, they're also gonna, get off. I don't think Eden's been here, so they're going to like take a very explore.
How did she feel about the running water, like the waterfall and stuff?
Definitely, no one mentioned it. So she like did one of her like Bamf moves, like under the into the stairwell, like. It took a couple of seconds to compose herself. I have not seen her out of, not composed to date. Still
Right.
rushing water.
Our bad.
Nice. She's made her way to the galley, and she's poured. They've made their way to the galley, and they are pouring themselves a drink before they pour. They pour themselves a drink in a tall flute, and then just leave it on the counter. Like, look at that. Look at the bottle. And just take the bottle and start exploring the mansion.
Nobody bothers Eden. Eden can do whatever they want.
Nice, right? Yeah. Yeah. So everyone's sort of going about the keep here. I'm gonna say that those that have gone outside. And that's Ashavar, Ash, and Boots, I think. You don't have to travel very far as you navigate down into the forest before you find Gorg. He's so hard to miss. He's taller than the trees, You hear some creaking and bowing of different trees and limbs until lumbering out. Who's going on my the island for friends. You friends? Like is excited to see you, Ashavar and Ash, and looks at Boots, like picks up like a huge boulder, just palms it, pulls it out of the ground.
Gorg, friend, good friend, funny friend.
Oh no, you tell joke? And like leans way down, like this terrible breath in Boot's face. It's like, the fuck is this? He looks at you and Ashafar and Asher. No, no, I'm not funny. No, forget about it.
Worth a shot.
Yeah. He just takes a couple steps back and like over behind you a little bit, Ashafar. Gorgon's. Oh, you all come back
Yes.
to visit Gorg. His eyes get a little
Absolutely to
watery.
visit Gorg.
Oh, do you like stone? That's it.
Is he referring to the egg?
Mm-hmm. You make
Yes,
you
Gorg.
think of Gorg.
Yes. It, I wonder if I should. Do you want to hear something really cool, Gorg?
Yes. Let Gorg sit, so I don't fall from excitement. Sits down.
Oh.
Okay, Gorg ready.
The lovely stone that you gave us?
Yes.
It was an egg, and it's a dragon now. Little baby dragon.
Stone was egg, but it's stone. An egg?
Yes. Just stone on the outside. Inside, there was a little dragon.
But how did dragon get out of stone?
He popped his little head out the top. And his legs out the bottom, and he waddled around for a little bit before he broke the rest of the stone off.
We're completely breaking.
Oh. Nature does things that are hard to understand. That's
Ain't that the truth?
but so
But-
where's dragon? Did it eat any
He-
friends?
No. Dragon is his friend. He
Oh.
usually hangs out. He hangs out a lot with Breelith. You remember Breelith?
Yes.
But all this is to say that we very much appreciated the stone. And
Oh, good.
Gorg is very kind.
Gorg tries. Happy you're back. Are you staying for a little or a
Ever.
lot?
I don't know if Ashfar really knows that, like how long the expedition is gonna take. But she'll say at least for a few days, I think. We'll make sure to come visit you.
Okay. Gorg will stay near stairs. I hope, I think Gorg will look at other stones. Maybe more have legs and arms. And eggs.
They sure might.
Then Gorg back to steps.
Yes, of course.
Goodbye, not funny one, and Ashafar and Ash. I'll tell other friends to say hi.
I will.
Eggs.
I guess then we'll just keep walking.
Gonna walk off.
I'd be like, I don't know if I should have laid that on him, but it was kind of funny.
Boots is just like, wow. That was something. That's gonna take some time for me to process. Seems like a nice guy, though, right? Nice fella.
Nice fella, always willing to smash a dude with a boulder to protect his friends.
Right. I was a little scary for a minute there. But good to know he's got our back. And so everyone's sort of navigating the palatial home atop the mountain and exploring the area out here. Carmine off doing whatever. Briefly Zana exiting the ship to figure out what they want to do. Crew settling back into their quarters and such. Sinister with picnic stuff and everything on the ready.
Because I know it's nighttime on the beach when it's daytime out there. So that's nice.
Nice. I think we'll wrap it up there. Exploring Macaw. Looking forward to next week when we can go check it out in some more depth. Exciting.
Yes. Yes.
I thought she was gonna have a twist. I go to the beach and it's a blizzard. Like, oh no!
No. Yeah. It's all ruined. Nice. All right. I'm going to. Well, thanks again for all.
What do you say happens if I'm flying and stuff?
I
know this has happened before, this
playing
just
really
like-
loud. There we go. I'm really excited. Thank you so much for the different folks that raided in tonight. We had quite a few, and we really appreciate that. And thank you for the follows as well. And thank you for the subs, DDQ
Yeah.
Andrews. I didn't catch it. I'm so sorry. Trisha with the 26 months. Woo! All right, we got
We should
Joshua.
tell him what he gets when he
20
subs.
months. We have a couple of things that we got. I forgot. I gotta look this stuff up. Let's see what else. Ales and Scales. Thank you so much for the raid. I'll look you all up on social media so I can try and give you a shout out there as well. Wreck all the things, right? Thank you so much. And thank you for the cheers. Gosh, we've had so much. If you're new and you've nice TVQ Andrews, thank you. If you had fun and enjoyed the show, you've been watching An Extremis. It's our Saturday night campaign, Sky Pirate campaign. Runs every Saturday, 10 p.m. 20 a.m. Eastern Time. We actually have a lot of D&D across the week. We have a stream just before this, 6 to 9 Eastern, and a couple other nights a week, and we've got some more things unfolding in the near future, next month or two as well. So consider giving it a follow if you had fun. Catch more of our stuff. We love having you hang out and everything. So, players, I mean, as always, brilliant. Brilliant.
Yep. Thank you, Dan.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah.
Y'all do
Thanks, Dan.
thanks. I live for your everyone's role play. You're so amazing, and still I'm still impressed every time by like this juxtaposition of how little you do with like how much you do. Like, we've done so much, but it doesn't feel like it. But, it's just been this captivating story all through, and then all this stuff was managed. So kudos. I as a player, I have no idea how y'all do it. Like, I'm just gonna take notes. We're gonna raid our friends over at Blackwater D&D. So I hope you all had fun, players and viewers. Viewers, come on back next week. Find out what's gonna happen here on the mystical, legendary island of Macaw with our Sky Pirates. Catch y'all then or soon. Bye.
Bye.
Oops. Ah.